Hi, my name is Daria, and I am known as Prophetess Daria. I am a certified life coach. I'm a book and I am a journal creator, and I am also the owner of Beyond the Vision, where we are helping women find their passion, maximize their purpose, and live life by design. And if you want more, if you want to know more about me, of course, you can go to my social media, which is Daria Woods across the board, and that's within. Instagram, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Or you can go to my website, which is www.dariajosiewoods.com. Today, I want to come talk to you a little bit about um, the how to reestablish yourself and your sense of purpose. We are living in a time where a lot of anxiety and worry is really digging in because we don't know the state of the world and we don't know how this coronavirus is going to affect the world. And, this is not just a local thing, this is affecting the whole world. So, there are some changes that we have to make as a people. Yes, we want to wash our hands. We want to, make sure that the elderly are taken care of. Make sure that we have the right foods in our body so that we can fight the immune system, so we can get the right vitamins in our body to keep our immune system strong. But there's some other things that we need to take into consideration when we are designing our life. We need to take into consideration our goals and our plans. This is a time where we can become a very creative people and we can support one another. The creativity has been, it almost has been like smothered. It has been smothered under 9 to 5s, kids, just all the stuff outside of ourselves that consistently creates for us. But this is a time, if our country decides to quarantine us for 2 weeks, somebody said 30 days. But if they decide to quarantine us, this is a time for you to reestablish your family, reestablish your purpose, reestablish the strategies that you want to go forth. You have nothing stopping you right now. And I think that this is the blessing through it all. A lot of anxiety and worry is, how will I pay my bills? Like there will be things in place for that. The stock market's dropping, 401ks are looking pretty bad right now, but we have always been a country that reestablishes. So we have to get to the new normal. We have to get to the passions that we have always wanted to do. We have to get into that gift, into those creativities that um, that is going to make you money. Those gifts and creativities that are going to start your ministry. Those things that are most important to you, we have to start getting to them now. Because as we see, the world is in a panic. Walk into the grocery store, can't find toilet paper. Walk into but you know what the wildest thing about this whole thing is, people are clearing the shelves of meat. They're clearing the shelves of toilet paper and Purell, but you can still find fruits and vegetables. You can still, you know, you see processed foods out there that the shelves and butter and all that stuff, complete milk, completely clean. But when it comes to the cleanliness of foods, you can go to the store and find those things right now. And so we have to learn how to take care of our bodies. These are the things we need to think about because we don't know what's coming next. There was Ebola, there was H1N1, there's a new strand of that. There's all kinds of stuff that is trying to take us out. They even connected somehow 5G with the coronavirus. The radiation from 5G has now activated something. It activated something, and so and here they are. They're putting that close to us. They're putting it close to our properties and different things like that. So we just don't know. And whatever we're going to do, we need to do it now. So, number one, I want to talk about anxiety. Anxiety is one of those emotional issues that pop up when we feel like we are losing control or we fear the results of the future. And we are people who like to be in control. We like to be in control of ourselves and we like to be in control of other people around us. And some people just take it narcissistically and have a desire to be in control in different ways. But when you are in anxiety and worry, you are not in a clear state. And right now is when you need to be as clear as possible about your strategies, about the plans for the family, about the plans for the future. As long as God has you here in the earth, He has need of you. So therefore, you want to get as clear as possible. How can we combat these thoughts of despair and fear? Because we have them every day. If you're one that watches the media every day, you have certain fears and anxieties, and you're waiting for them to say something worse. We have to relax. We have to relax and get that clarity. Relax so that you can breathe freely. Worry and anxiety cause restrictions in the breath. And so therefore, you lose focus. It causes the fight or flight response to be activated, and you start feeling symptoms. It causes the emotions to go wacky, and then your brain starts trying to find answers for questions. You just want to relax yourself, relax your conscience, relax and get the clarity. Pray and get the clarity that you need, because we need your clarity. We are working together in this. We are not working out of fear. We're working out of plans and strategies and courage. Courage to come forth in your gift and your talents. And you might be a prayer warrior for all we know, because you in the closet all the time. We will never know that, but you can just stay committed to your creativity. Stay committed. Get a goal and stay committed to it. And during this 2 weeks, you want to establish new behaviors. You want to establish. I mean, yes, you're getting ready to go back to work, but you can establish a new behavior after this 2 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever they decide to do. You can, during this 2 weeks, continue to get up in the morning. Continue, maybe you need to get up a little bit earlier because you know that you are going back to work. So maybe you need to start getting up at like 5, 6 o'clock and start establishing whatever you're going to do, your creativity. Or maybe you're better at the end of the day, maybe around 8 o'clock, from 8 to 10. Maximize your potential in that time frame. Everybody's different. My time is 8 o'clock in the morning, like from 5 to about 9 o'clock in the morning. I am my most creative, and you can figure that out when you're at home. You can figure out when am I most creative, and then that's when you start to draw from that time. And so, number two, we want to strengthen our relationships with God, with family, and with friends. And we want to do it in that order. Strengthen your relationship with God. Repent for your sins. You want to begin to do Bible studies in your home. And that's a little bit deeper, because there may be a day where we're not able to do it out in the open. Who knows? But you want to really start getting yourself established in having your own Bible studies, not always looking to social media or the next prophet or the next pastor or the next leader to always give you a focus. You want to be able to have your own relationship with God and rightfully divide the word so that you know that you know that you know, and that your faith will be strengthened, and that the seeds that are in you are authentic, and you can move accordingly. Because when you're always like, God uses the foolishness of preaching to confound the wise, which is awesome, because it touches our spirit, and it impacts us. But if you don't have anything for that word to grab onto, then that word will be gone by Wednesday morning. But if that word was already in you, that preacher just watered the seed. That leader just watered the seed. So therefore, you have to understand that you and your family have to develop a relationship with God. Family, forgive. We as a people have family members that we just don't want to deal with, and which is it's not fine, but it is causing you anxiety, causing you stress. So what we need to do to overpower that is to forgive. Forgiveness is not for you. I mean, for them, it's for you. It's so that you won't carry that bitterness, that you won't carry that weight and that stress. Every time you hear the phone ring and they call, you have this weight on you and this stress on you. um but if you forgive them, you'll have a little bit more grace and mercy. See, that bitterness and that unforgiveness that is within you, that stuff becomes diseases. That stuff becomes festering in your body. It slows down your immune system. The Bible talks about it drying up your bones. Like, we have to be doers of the word and not just reading the word. So you want to forgive your family members, and you're not going to, I mean, you may have to distance yourself from some of them. You really do. Like, you can't carry everything and everybody. So you may have to distance yourself, but you want to be able to forgive. And with your friends, as they always say, the 5 people that are most dominant in your life, those are the people that you're likely to turn out like. And so you need to understand the people that you that cover you, and that you carry near to you, must be purpose driven. They care about your purpose. They care about their purpose. They care about supporting you. They care about strengthening you. You care about strengthening them. They're not fearful. You tell them you do something, you want to do something together, and they use umbrellas, of excuses. A lot of them, use the umbrella of, let me pray about it. Like, if you're doing the work of God, if it is God's work, and you are not in a state of busyness, then if it's your friend, then it could be done. Like, you can't have people around you that don't have the same courage that you have. They have to be willing to grow. They have to be willing to upgrade, just so you all can keep the same momentum. You can't have people around you that you're dragging around all the time, and have to come and check on them, or they don't call you and you don't call them unless you get a like, wow, I ain't talked to her in a long time, let me see how she's doing. One of them. But otherwise, keep your friends around you that can help you and that can boost you and encourage you and empower you to do a new thing. So that's number 2. Number 3, don't chase money, chase a system. We have the tendency in our world to look on things such as social media and all of the stuff that we see. We see people in illusions. We see them like doing better than what they really are. And there are people that are actually doing well, that are making money off of social media, but that is their dream. Now, if it's consistent with your purpose, then you follow their model. You find out what they did and you follow the model, but you don't chase the money, because money will put you in a desperate situation. It will put you in survival mode, because what you're seeing is the results of a process that they went through. There's a process. There's a process. And I know this as an entrepreneur. There was times I tried to skip through the process and it didn't work. You have to be authentically you in these social media streets, or it will not work for you. Any business, it has to be branded by you. It has to have you all over it, because people spot fake a mile away. And I'm not talking about the people who are going to call you scammers or going to try to downplay your business. I'm talking about the people that know who you are. They know your personality. They know that they just know. They have a sense of truth, and they have a sense of being fake. So therefore, you want to come as authentic as you possibly can, and you want to be consistent and be committed to that system. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that tomorrow. You can follow my YouTube page, because I'm doing these on YouTube. So we're talking about anxiety and business, because a lot of it is really coming through right now. People, and then they're getting ready to shut down restaurants, as I just got that message. And so a lot of businesses are going to lose thousands of dollars. And then you can even see the commercials changing. If you're a TV watcher, I usually have a TV on. I'm not really watching it, but I've noticed that the commercials are changing. They're trying to bring you back into the stores. They're trying to, get the fear up off of you. And so a lot of people just ain't going into stores and restaurants right now, because they're trying to be wise and trying to be, trying to keep other people safe. Even though you may not have the corona, or you may not have colds or flus, but, like, other people needs to be safe. Elderlies need to be safe. So we need to adhere to what, the CDC and everything else is saying. So, and my last point for you today is embrace being uncomfortable. Embrace being uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. I can speak from experience. If you don't embrace being uncomfortable, it will stop you from being creative. It will stop your life you will become stagnant and stuck, because you feel uncomfortable and you're not willing to go through those feelings. You're not willing to go to the next step. Instead of, some people, their uncomfortableness is with money. So it's easy for you to give $500, but if you had to give $50,000, it would be uncomfortable for you. And it would be like your mind would be going 1,000 miles an hour, and your body would begin to cringe and sweat, because you don't want to go, and you allow the mind to stop you instead of making a concrete decision that will bring peace. Just make the decision. You're either going to give the $50,000 or you're not. You're either going to invest in your business or you're not. You're either going to put that $50,000 away into an IRA or something, or you're not. But don't allow those uncomfortable feelings to start governing over your life and start ruling in places that is going to cause you to miss opportunities. When you begin to create after you get past the decision of being uncomfortable, you will start creating from a place of innocence. You will start creating from a place of authenticity. Like the innocence will come because you're like a child when you create. When you create, you get smiles, you get happy. Even the struggles are not the same. when you create some things, and some people could create, they have gotten so good at creating, they could create in hours. There's people that sit at one spot for 6 hours and may create an ebook, sit and create a book in 2 days, because them creative juices make you feel good. It gives you adrenaline, it gives you endorphins, because you know that it came from you, and it came from the authenticity that is in you. It exposes the gifts that are inside of you. And I go through this all the time. You can sit 4 things in front of me, 4 ingredients, because I like to cook and I like to bake. Sit 4 ingredients in front of me, and I could maneuver them ingredients like nobody's business. It just takes the creativity. I love writing. And so only time that I get stuck is when I move away from it. If I don't if I don't make it my focus, and I come back to it in 6 or 7 days, it's like you got to read over what you said, and you changing things and all this other stuff. But if you stay focused on that thing, you're going to create exactly what you saw in your mind. It's going to be a mirror to you. And so you don't want to be one who chases the world's dreams, chases the offers of the world, because it'll make you afraid of your own success, because people's dreams look better than yours. It'll make you fear your own success. You are a powerful force in the earth. Those gifts may cause you to sacrifice. They may cause you to walk alone. They may cause you discomfort for a season. They might cause your beliefs to your unbeliefs to be challenged. And it's going to cause you to confront your fears. And this is why people don't go beyond the vision. They see it on paper. They write the little vision boards up. And then when you get to the process, they step back. And they don't want to do it, because it may cause sacrifice, may cause you to walk alone, may cause your beliefs to be challenged, and it causes you to confront your fears. When you're working, this is sometimes why we don't have entrepreneurs, because the job is secure. You got money coming in every 2 weeks. You got benefits, but you're not happy. You're not happy because you're not doing the thing that you love. And so you stay where it's comfortable. And then you stay on a job for 65 years. They give you your little pension or whatever the case may be. And what you got, like maybe 10, 20 years before the Lord calls you home. Not everybody wants to live like that. It's fine when you don't know who you are, but when you start discovering who you are, that life it's like a slave. It's like a slave. It's like slavery. So I'm gonna leave that right there, as you can see, because I've been there and done that too. So as I recap, we talked about, number 1, how to relax and find clarity. Number 2, we talked about strengthening your relationship with God, family, and friends, in that order. Number 3, don't chase money, chase the system. And number 4, embrace being uncomfortable. So tomorrow I will be on YouTube for a lunch and learn, which is between 12:15 and 12:45, half an hour. And so if you would like to join me, please join me over there at Daria Woods and subscribe to my channel. We're coming through 5 days a week. And I would like to talk to you all as well. I just don't want to be the one always talking. I love to dialogue. So please join me so that we can have real talk, so we can have authentic talks. And I'll see you then.